of logs. Well, let's say that I had log of xy. Well, remember with law of exponents, if I have x squared times x cubed, remember how you add them and get x to the fifth? Well, we're going to apply that same principle here with logarithms. Since you're multiplying, that would be the same thing as adding. Now, to be honest, most of the time you're going to go from here to there, but it is good to be able to know how to go both ways. Just like if I had log base 3 of xyz, that would just be log 3 of x plus log 3 of y plus log 3 of z. All right. Let's divide. So think about it. If adding or multiplying, you add the exponents, what did you do with dividing? Yep, you subtracted. So this would be log base x, or log base 10 of x, minus log of c. And you could even get creative with it. Like I said, you can go backwards. Like if I gave you log of d plus log of q, if I said condense that into a single logarithm, you could just say log of d cubed. Excuse me. So if you're multiplying, you add, or vice versa. When you divide, you subtract. The third and final property is raising to a power. If I have something like log of x squared, not log of x squared, because that would look like this. And that is not what we're doing. We are simply saying the log of x squared. The property says exponents become coefficients. We'll multiply and become coefficients. So this is 2 log of x. So like if I had log of x cubed, that's just 3 log of x. Oh, let's get weird a minute. If I had log square root of x, notice how if I make it a power, it's x to the 1/2. And if it's x to the 1/2, that would just be 1/2 log x. So to me, law of logs are kind of fun. They can even actually put it all together. And I know you're like, what? Well, it's not bad. Let's say x squared y cubed over z. I might as well put a 5 out there just for fun. If they said expand this using properties of logs, well, notice how you're multiplying and then dividing. So you're going to add and then subtract. So we got log 4 of x, log 4y, minus log 4 of z. And what are you going to do with those exponents? Yep. You're going to put them out front. So 2 log base 4 of x plus 3 log base 4 of y minus 5 log 4 of z. Now, if by chance you would ever come across this where it's different bases, you can't do it. It's got to be the same base. But as long as they're the same base, you can condense them. Let's do one more. That's a dirty sheet. We'll flip it around so whatever that was. We'll say log 8 of square root of xy. Well, if you want to rewrite it, that's xy to the 1/2 power So that's going to come out front, and then you're going to add those two. So log 8x, log 8y, and then you can distribute it. Now the other way you can do something like that is you could go ahead and make that x to the 1/2 power, y to the 1/2 power, and then go straight here. So like if I had, we'll say cube root of x squared y to the 5th. You could go ahead and make that x to the exponent over root, exponent over root. So then, out front, so 2/3 log of x plus 5/3 log of y. Just like with anything, you could get super weird, but that's the basics. If there's any particular ones you need me to work, I'll be glad to. I hope that was of help to you, and you have a great day.